Okay, well, this is, not quite how I imagined it. I gotta admit, this all went differently in my head, much differently. Oh, I don't know. I suppose I sort of pictured it being kind of romantic, you know? Grand vistas, gentle winds, a few cheerful songs around a campfire, I don't know. The kind of stories they teach you when you're a kid. You know, the ones that are supposed to teach you a lesson, and the hero goes off on an adventure, and it always sounds so appealing. They never talk about the blisters, do they? I never factored in the blisters. Or the fact that my feet feel like they are slowly being gnawed at by wild animals. I left all of that out of the tales. Yeah, they did not mention the blisters. They didn't mention... They never mentioned the hero making sure that he had good boots. These ridiculous boots, I thought they were so elegant. Turns out elegance not much help when your heels are bleeding. But oh, and then the sleeping arrangements. We can't forget the sleeping arrangements. The sleeping arrangements. Okay, I realized there would be no four-poster bed out here. Just hard, uneven ground with rocks that seemed to have a vendetta against my spine. I didn't factor in the rocks either. I understood about the ground being hard, did not think about the rocks. And who knew a tuft of grass could be so unforgiving? Whew. And you know, I actually miss the creaking of the door on my bedchamber at night. I never thought I would miss the door creaking. Like, in the middle of the night, you're just sleeping. It was so loud. Just sleeping and minding your own business, and then all of a sudden, it was awful. Literally startled me out of sleep a few times. You'd think I'd be used to it by now, but no. But I miss it. I miss it as obnoxious as it was. Never thought I'd say that. You know, Cupcake, I do recognize and I do appreciate that you have been very patient with me. I literally don't know how you haven't laughed out loud at me yet. I mean, I've seen it. I've seen you wanting to. I've seen the way you look at me when I'm fumbling around trying to figure out how to start a fire or tripping over roots like a drunken squirrel. Oh, you can say it. You think I'm hopeless. Maybe I was. At first. Oh, you were right. Of course you were right. So wrapped up in my little fantasy of adventure that I didn't realize what I was asking for. I thought, oh, I'll just put on some boots, grab a cloak, and off we go into the world. I'd be the brave princess, discovering the world and helping my people like some kind of heroine in one of those old ballads. Turns out the world isn't like those stories, is it? Go figure. Not at all. No soft music playing as we ride through the forests. No noble bandits with hearts of gold. Just people. So many people struggling to survive. And speaking of struggles, can we talk about my hair? I swear it has a mind of its own out here. I thought I could just tie it up like I do at the palace, but it seems to have declared war on me the moment we left the city gates. I don't know what I did to offend it, but it is clearly offended. It was good of you to help me braid it, though. mm. I wasn't going to ask you. I can't believe I asked you. Well, I did, though. That was a new low for me. Maybe a new high? I don't know. Depends on how you look at it. You were very good, though. Very professional. Very efficient. Of course, you were reluctant, but professional. And I appreciate that you didn't remind me that we were in the middle of a perilous journey and not the middle of a royal salon. Did you know how to braid hair? Oh, I didn't. Well, I suppose we figured it out, didn't we? I'd say we actually did a pretty decent job of it, all things considered. Yeah, okay, well, you did a decent job. I just made it look like a bird's nest. But seriously, thank you. I have learned more here in the past few days than I ever did locked away at the castle. The books and the tutors and the banquets, that's not real. None of it prepared me for anything, really. Certainly didn't prepare me for the way the world really works. Take those bandits we ran into last night. I always thought bandits were just greedy, wicked men, didn't I? Monsters who preyed on the weak, but they weren't like that, were they? They were just desperate. Oh, of course I was terrified. They jumped out of nowhere. If it weren't for you, I don't know what would have happened. You were brilliant, by the way. You were very calm and precise. Like it was nothing as you fought them off. As you saved us. You always do. But once it was over, and I saw them lying there wounded and afraid, they weren't evil. They're just hungry. Starving, even. One of them told me he had children at home. Can you even imagine? A father reduced to attacking travelers because there's no food left in his entire village. I used to think that everyone in our kingdom was doing fine. Like, okay, sure. Some might be poor, but they had land. They had land enough to get by. We were all just part of this great, prosperous land. But that is not the truth, is it? Not for everyone. I'm beginning to understand now. I have been very naive, and I have been very sheltered. But all I saw were the people at court. All I saw was the fancy clothes and the feasts. I don't know what life was really like out here. For the people who don't have enough, I didn't know how much people suffer. I mean, I am learning. Slowly, yes, painfully. Oh, painfully. But I am learning. I've even managed to start a fire on my own. Take a look. Well, okay, yes, with a little help by you, but it's still progress. And I figured out how to set up camp without tripping over the tent poles every 5 minutes, so that's a win. No, I'm not much used to it yet, but it's still okay. I'm still going to be clumsy and out of place here, and for sure I've tested your patience more than once, but I am doing better. I am trying, Cupcake. And I promise I'll keep trying. Really trying. I'm not going to give up just because it's hard, or because I miss my soft bed and hot baths. Oh God, I miss hot baths. I wanted to see what my kingdom was really like. Now that I have, I can't look away. I need to understand this, all of it. Maybe, just maybe, I can help. And I don't mean from behind thick stone walls or from sitting up on a throne, but by being here, by learning what the people need, by seeing them as they are. And who knows? Maybe one day I'll even learn how to braid my own hair. Though, I wouldn't mind your help. Again. If I got it tangled. Yes, I absolutely will. Oh, but seriously, Cupcake, thank you. Thank you so much. And for coming with me, for keeping me safe, for believing in me. Even when I probably didn't deserve it. You have always been more than just a guard. You've always been my friend, and you've always been my constant. And now, here in the middle of nowhere, when I rely on you for so very much, I feel like I've always taken that for granted. That you would always be there, that you would always help. I mean, I am changing, though, aren't I? Growing little by little, it's all because of you. So, thank you, Cupcake. I don't know where this journey is going to take us. I do know one thing, though. I'm very glad you're with me. I know I couldn't have done this without you, and I hope, maybe, just maybe, you're starting to see that I'm not the pampered princess I was when we left the castle. I realize there are going to be other situations, other obstacles, and other problems that we face along the way. But you know what? I do think that we're going to be okay, and I don't think I'm being naive in saying that now. I think we'll be able to handle whatever comes next, because we'll be handling it together. At least, that's what I think. How about you? Yeah. Me too. Well, I'm gonna go clean the dishes. Another first for me. No. It is my turn. You've done it most of the time, so let me do this. I've got it. I can handle dishes. All I have to do is rinse and clean, and how much can go wrong? Oh. Okay, so, I won't do the dishes. We will just buy some from the village tomorrow. Yeah? Yeah. Right. Exactly. Hey there, Cupcakes. Hope you all had a good day. I did. I played Red Flags with Zena Alexander over on Twitch and on YouTube livestream. You'll probably find some clips of it on her channel for over the course of the next few days. And we had a lot of fun. I actually learned that my friend might be the red flag in a lot of cases. And a couple I might be. But it was fun. Also, ironically, there was somebody who had one of the cards for a red flag was one of the red flags was person cosplays 24/7, and where I was like, that depends on what the cosplay is. I mean, honestly, love Mandalorian, but would not want to be with somebody who cosplays Mandalorian 24/7. I want them to take off their helmet. I want to see your face. I want to see your face. Pedro Pascal as Mandalorian is a waste of a good face. Great voice. So that matters. But that leads me to my newest patrons. I coincidentally, just a few hours before that, I've got a new patron named Mandalorian97. There's also Delta03 and Darth Yoda. So welcome. Thank you so very much. Also, thank you to Nathan Emanuel for the super thanks. That was very kind of you. And as always, the special bakers and pound cakes who do so much to help me do this every day. There's Eerie Ghost, Nikki, Billy Harden, Luke Curator, Lemonic Cultist, Dan, Confused But Still Here, Bowman, Alton Goodbottle, Disbanded Crow, Techo, Amphizenus, Gunner's Mage, Mushan Gaming, Tomas Rogers, Your Sore Wolfie, Nosti, Barry Wilburn, Esteed, SLE Photo, Harper Evolution, Justin, Wolf9004, Malice Silo, Army Guy 007, Mr. Fabulous, Lou, Bunny, Tiny the Taxman, Meryl, Mr. Rickles, Anin, Darth Mythis, Red Death 48, Always Able, Vagar, Moon, Old Bean UK, Klua Bear, The Swaggy Llama, Artlo, Pierce Tailish, and Christian Cleopatra. Thank you all so very much. I hope you will all be as good to yourselves as you are to me, and I will talk to you tomorrow.